Traveling the Australian East Coast, off-road adventure on Fraser Island,
What happens in Fraser stays in Fraser.
sailing through the Whitsundays and snorkeling at the Great Barrier Reef. That's the stuff dreams are made of, right? But should you go through the hassle of booking it all by yourself, or are the pre-booked tour packages any good? Well, I did travel the East Coast all the way from Brisbane up to Cairns in a pre-booked package. And in this video, I'm going to share my experience with you. And at the very end of this video, I'm going to give you my advice if you should put the work in and book it all by yourself, or if a pre-booked package is the right choice. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. My 10-day East Coast adventure that I booked as a package with Lost in Australia started off with a 3-hour bus ride from Brisbane to Noosa. After one night in the Nomads Noosa, we started our Fraser Island adventure at 6 AM in the morning.
The swag tour, you can stay here. Everybody who's on island expedition, guys, come with me. My name is Oak. I'm going to be your tour guide, alrighty? I'm always going to be in that car. We are going to be a full trip. We've got 31 coming to the island with us.
So it is the first day on my Lost in Australia tour, which is about 10 days all the way from Brisbane to Cairns. This is our tour cars, so pretty much just in groups of 8 per car. And they're interesting to drive, definitely, with all that off-road suspension.
Check how high she is.
Yeah.
She's got some serious suspension.
Oh, you're leaking something. It's probably
it's
just
water.
aircon.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I hope it's aircon. It all started out with an easy highway drive to Rainbow Beach to catch the ferry, which all of us used to get to know the people we were going to share a car with over the next 3 days. Once disembarked from the ferry, it didn't take us long to find the first of many dingoes we were gonna see on Fraser Island.
Don't treat a dingo like a dog. That's the first thing we've got to say. They're wild animals. They're here before humans were. First rule I have is stay in groups over 3. No more than 3 people in a group. Don't leave someone by themselves. We need to stay in 3s at all times, guys.
So we did have a little lunch stop, and now this is our first kind of sightseeing stop here, and we're going to a lake that's called Lake Wabi. And apparently super nice, got like kind of a dune-like sandbank-like structure, but then there's also like a waterhole and we can go swimming and everything. First little walks take about half an hour, 45 minutes or something to get there. And then we go to Lake Wabi and check this out. Must be over there.
Big fucking hell.
Oh yeah, this is pretty bloody cool. So we're all getting ready now, and it's about an hour's drive to camp, just along the beach. It's pretty cool, but the beach, in part, it's pretty much like a highway. There's so many cars, there's so much traffic. There's actual, like, normal road rules apply to the beach. It's so cool. Too easy. The sunset drive to camp was simply stunning, and once we reached camp, everyone was pretty hyped for our first few drinks and some good chats about our first impressions of the tour. So we made it to camp. It's quite dark already, it's like 6 o'clock. Cars all parked up, and I've got super lucky. I think I'm the only one who has a single tent. I just kind of snuck into a tent, and with 31 people, so there must be one person who's alone in the tent. It seems it's me. So the negative thing is, while all the others get to drink now, my car, which is this one, or our car, we're on kitchen duty. So it's going to be some cooking for now, and after that, get on the beers and have a good night. Guide is super awesome. His name is Oak, and we asked him what the short form is, and it's literally just Oak. That's his name. And yeah, he's just a really funny guy. Did a good speech about like how we have to behave here and stuff. Like, he's really good in like making it all fun, but also like emphasizing how important this is. And since I'm done with setting up my single tent, we're going into the kitchen and we do some cooking. Good job, good job. Alright, it's day 2 of the Fraser Island tour, the first day that we actually started on the island with a beautiful breakfast, and today is going to be a pretty busy day because we're going to go to a shipwreck and then after that to the champagne pools and another place. So it's going to be a full day, a lot of driving. I'm ready to go, jump in the car, and then we see more Fraser Island.
Rightio, guys. Welcome to the beautiful SS Mahino. That's the name of the shipwreck that is behind you. And when it was built, it was Very, very unique. It was one of a kind. It was actually the fastest boat that they've ever built at the time. Stood 3 stories tall and was actually more than double the length of what you see now. It stretched right down that beach. It was huge.
We hung around the SS Mahino wreck for a little bit, while our guide turned temporary history teacher, giving us plenty more fact about this former luxury cruise liner that had been running aground here in 1935.
Sorry, we're getting there. It's like a meter or something.
It's a big.
After another stellar drive on the beach, it was time for the second stop of the day, Eli Creek.
Hello, I didn't bring any phone. You take pictures. Hey, hello.
You take big. Hey, what?
Big picture now.
You know, my Norwegian is just a little rusty.
You're taking pictures I can have?
I'm taking videos.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. It's cold, eh?
So that was pretty fun. We were just basically floating down this like lazy river, had a couple of tubes. That was awesome. They were provided by our tour operator. And our tour guide said that he's got some games that he's going to set up and stuff, and then we can just kind of hang around. And we do actually have to hang around here for a little bit because we're here at a weird tide window in a way. So it's hard to see, but like tide's really high right now and it's getting higher and higher, and it's going to be really hard to leave for us. So what we do is just going to hang around here for a little bit, and you see how busy it is as well. Like there's so many other people, and then play some games. Once we left Eli Creek, I had to jump onto the back seat of the lead car so some other people had the chance to drive. And after some 60 minutes of driving in deep sand and water, we reached Champagne Pools.
It's the Champagne Pools. Where they are actually over this headland. See where those people are up on the top there? That's where you're going to walk. So there's a path right there. You'll follow up that path. It'll get you to a car park. You turn right at the car park and you'll follow the boardwalk over the headland. Very gorgeous until you get to the Champagne Pools. Alrighty. Now the reason why it's called the Champagne Pools, guys, is because all this ocean water, all these waves that are coming in are going to hit a bunch of rocks and splash over into the pools, throwing many bubbles into the water and imitating that champagne glass feel and look. Now, you can drink it if you want, but I can tell you it's still salt water. Alright,
That is not too bad, is it? Right, here we are, Champagne Pools. All bubbly over there, just like champagne. Whole bunch of people in.
The pools were pretty crowded and the water quite stirred up, so half of our car crew didn't even bother going in but just sunbathed before it was time for our last sunset drive on Fraser Island. Alright, it's the last day on Fraser Island. We woke up super early, like 5, because we need to leave now, which is like 6:30, to get to the next spot, which is, I think, Lake Mackenzie, 2 hours drive. Everyone's kind of hungover or at least sleep deprived, so that's going to be an interesting ride. We're still full of good spirits, I think. Get in the cars now and then get over to Lake Mackenzie and see what this is all about, and then pretty much after Lake Mackenzie, leave Fraser Island.
Lake Mackenzie is above all the water level on this island. No water actually pumps up underground into Lake Mackenzie. It's all fed from the rain that comes in, and that's it. The water can't go anywhere, it can't do anything, it sits in where it is. So we can't contaminate that water, that's a big one. Don't wear sunscreen. Alright, if you wear sunscreen and go in the water, it's just going to contaminate the fuck out of it and ruin it. Alrighty? Imagine if every person here bought sunscreen and jumped in that water. It really does contaminate that water, so please don't wear sunscreen. It is absolutely stunning. And the silica, it's 98.8% silica. Now what silica is actually crystal quartz that's been ground down to a powder. So it's actually micro crystals that you have underneath your feet. Now it's good for multiple things. First thing I'd use it for is any jewellery that you have. Any real gold or silver jewellery will actually get polished by the silica sand. So it's a good opportunity to polish any of your real gold or silver. If it's not real, you'll find out. It'll just scratch it. It won't actually polish it. So make sure it's real before you do it, because then you'll be like, oh fuck, that ring from Bali isn't what you thought.
Swimming in Lake Mackenzie was probably the clearest freshwater I ever swam in, and an amazing end to our Fraser Island trip. just like that, we made it to where the ferry picks us up just in a couple of minutes. Just over there.
Everything was so great. I feel like everything has lasted for weeks.
Yeah.
It's been great. No service. Great. Oh.
What happens in Fraser stays in Fraser.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I got.
You want to give your feedback?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. Would recommend.
Would recommend,
but
yeah?
Be prepared, no service.
No service.
Yeah.
No service, no clean toilets.
I love no service.
Bring a power bank. Yeah, didn't you bring yours?
No. Mine was.
Oh, come on, that's a beginner's mistake.
The food was good.
The food was better than expected.
Surprisingly, a lot of food. We were nervous and starving.
Would you tell other people to do it?
Yes.
Do you think we had the best guide ever?
Yes, you need to get
Yeah.
for
Best
sure.
man ever. A solid, it's a 9 out of 10, and that is only because you're getting booked into the Nusa Nomads, which is a shit hostel. If you had a better hostel, it'd be 10 out of 10, but it's not even their fault. Like from the island on here, that was all bloody awesome. It's really good tour, much better than I expected. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I think it exceeded it anyways.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Legend. After another night in the Nusa Nomads, I had half a day to explore the surface paradise that is Nusa Heads. Righto, it's the morning of the Whitsunday's tour. I'm in Early Beach. I got here yesterday after 17 hours of an absolute mammoth bus ride. But I'm in Early Beach now, just chilled around yesterday, and now it's time to get on the boat, and my boat is teeny tiny. I just had a look yesterday at the briefing mail for the first time really, and the boat is so tiny. It's only 12 people, and I'm hoping that I'm not the only rando solo traveler on a boat full of honeymoon couples. I guess we're about to find out in just a couple of minutes. All right, at Early Beach Harbour now, or Early Beach Port. Lots of nice shiny boats. As I had feared, apart from one other girl, I was the only solo traveler amongst couples and families on the boat. And while the vibe wasn't bad, it wasn't quite what I had wished for. Not too bad. Righto, it's lunchtime. We're on the way, we're on the boat. Teeny tiny boat, it's really not that big. 12 people, and it's lunchtime now before we go for our first little snorkeling trip somewhere around here. Just before the snorkeling induction, our captain told us the interesting story of one of the many bigger boats that is now used to run Whitsunday tours.
And during the Second War, the English stole it, or took it, whatever, how you want to say, and they use it for finding mines. You know the mines floating in the water? They found at least one, okay, and blow up and sunk it, and they retrieved it. Yeah, be sure the visibility is really good today, and the tide is going out. Okay, we get the best of this trip. Okay.
Good morning. It's like 6:15 or something on the boat yet. Pretty much everyone's already awake. People watch the sunrise, which the sun should just come over that hill just in a little bit. And it's actually been quite comfy. I was a bit worried. I saw where I was supposed to sleep. I was like, oh, this is going to be very cozy and probably not that nice, but I slept like a baby. That was great. Yeah, just waking up to these things. I mean, this is what you do it for. This is just so good. Oh, there's a turtle. There's literally a turtle just popping the head up there. This is so cool. Did you see that? The turtle?
It was a turtle just popping its head up. It's gone now. It might come up again, but yeah, this is the kind of stuff you find here. You just hear jibber jabbering in the camera, and then there's a turtle just right next to you, coming up. It was a big one too. It's yeah, it's so peaceful. It's just great. Like, definitely do it when you come around here. I mean, it's not like this is a hidden gem, and you know, people don't think of doing it, and then when they see a video, they do it. Like, everybody does it here anyways when they are in Airlie Beach doing the Whitsundays. But yeah, if you come around here and you're like debating if you want to do it or not, definitely do it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, have you seen a few turtles?
Yeah, there's one over there right now.
Nightmare, they are. Everywhere. So yeah, Whitehaven is on the other side, and so what you need a wetsuit, remember, with the jellyfish, whatever, and put it in your bag, take it over there. Can't remember now. Yeah, there is. Yeah, I'll drop you off there, just like everyone else. Yeah, there's no other places. On the right hand side of the beach, you see, no one goes on the left hand side. There's a reason for it, because you've got Reef. We can't drop you off there. So.
Righto, here we go, Whitsunday Island. Just got dropped off, and now it's time to go where everyone wants to go when they're on Whitsundays, which is Whitehaven Beach. So I think we found it. It looks like we're here, finally. Whitehaven Beach. The one that's on all the postcards, that's in all the travel videos. This is so good. Look at this shit. Oh my god.
Whitehaven Beach. What can I even say about it? I thought I had already seen all the most beautiful beaches during my time in Western Australia, but Whitehaven took it to another level. No wonder this beach is one of the most photographed in the world and has served as a film location for numerous blockbusters.
Righto, that was it. The highlight at the end, the viewpoint, absolutely stunning. But even just now with the sunlight, this bay, which looked kind of unpretentious before, just transforms completely. And that's pretty much it. We're leaving Whitsundays now, just have lunch at a different spot, and then we go back.
And then, after 2 beautiful days on the boat, it was time to touch solid ground again, and one last stroll around Airlie Beach, before boarding yet another bus, this time to Cairns.
Righto, I'm in Cairns. 10 hours yesterday, 10 hours bus drive, and it was annoying. It dragged like chewing gum, but sometimes this is just how it goes. And today is officially the last day of my tour. So what's happening now is I'm just going to the pier here, like the harbour, Cairns Harbour, whatever thing. And then I'm going on a snorkeling trip, a 1-day Great Barrier Reef snorkeling trip with Down Under Cruise and Dive, I think they're called.
Depending which reef site we go to, we might have a resident humphead Maori wrasse.
10-day East Coast trip from Brisbane to Cairns, which I booked in this package with Lost in Australia, a kind of package provider for these things, is over. And I'm in the beautiful Cairns Botanic Gardens. I just had a stroll around. What I wanted to do here is use this little bench to, well, recap the trip and talk about whether it makes sense to book a package deal the way that I did, or if you should do it all by yourself, do a lot of research. So let's recap what was included in the tour. Included in the tour was all the hostel nights from pretty much Brisbane, the start, to Cairns, and then there was one hostel night in Cairns that was included, and everything in between. It was all the tours that I did, which was the Fraser Island tour, the Whitsunday tour, and the snorkeling tour in Cairns, and then also all the bus tickets. So that was all super convenient. I didn't have to book anything, it was all booked for me, and there was pretty much, apart from one day where the bus ticket was set for the wrong day, that was all super well organized. It was only this one day. I contacted them, they came back to me within an hour, probably sorted me out with the right bus ticket. So organization wise, it was all pretty good. But now let's talk about, should you book a package deal like I did, or should you probably do it all yourself? And I want to say, if you have the time and you have the energy to do all the research and to book everything by yourself, to set it up the way you want to, do this. Because it gives you the opportunity to kind of tailor it all to your needs. Especially with the Whitsunday tour, that wasn't quite what I wanted, and I didn't have any saying in this. I reckon probably on another day I would have been booked onto a different boat. I don't know. It was just the way it was for me. But yeah, if you really want to have it all to your specific needs, then I think it's just way easier if you book it yourself. But it also means you have to sort everything out, right? You have to sort out all your Greyhound tickets, you have to book your hostel nights, you have to book the tours and all these things all by yourself, which is just a lot more work, probably a lot more research. But it also then gives you the time that if you feel like you want to have a day or 2 days in between at a specific spot just to kind of slow your tour down, then this is way more relaxing. Because for me, it was definitely go, go, go. It was something new every day. There was always something happening, and in between, I would have wished I probably had a day or two to just chill out somewhere. In my very specific case, because I have to leave Australia so soon, pretty much tomorrow actually, my flight's going tomorrow, I only had those 10 days. So I had to just bump it into those 10 days, and it was go, go, go. It was exhausting, but at the same time it was still pretty good. So yeah, the overall conclusion of this is, if you have the time, if you want to have it all specifically tailored to your needs, do it yourself or go to a travel agent where you have a bit more flexibility. If you have it like me and you only have a certain amount of time left and you're probably in a situation where you're working a lot, you don't find the time and the energy to book it all for yourself, or you're probably just a bit burned out by all the travels you've done, which is fair enough, it happens. I know people sometimes don't understand, but it happens. Then you can book a package deal like my one, and you're certainly not going to be disappointed along the way big time. It's just going to be that there's certain little things that probably will not quite, you know, tick all the boxes that you just wanted to have ticked, but it's still a great tour in general. And as I said, the organization through Lost in Australia, it was pretty well. There was nothing really that went wrong. So I'm overall pretty happy the way it was. If I could have changed Whitsundays just a little bit, just get on a little bigger boat, then that would have been cool. But it was not a bad tour at all, the Whitsundays tour. So yeah, I think that's my overall conclusion. And with that, I think it's time that you just get on the computer, do some research, and then book your East Coast tour, 2 weeks, 1 week, whatever, do all the highlights and enjoy your time on the East Coast in Australia. Saying that, I think it's time to say goodbye, and hopefully you find this video helpful. Hopefully it's a bit of a decision helper for your own travel decision, and I hope I see you back in some of my other videos. Cheers.